to mission control. That indeed is a wonderful sign that we look forward towards this launch this morning. The weather looks good, as you can see here. We are continuing to make sure that the rest of our teams are aligned, though. And again, if we need to take a couple of minutes as we prepare for this rocket launch, that is quite all right. We have talked about it extensively, Jackie, at the beginning of this show. Safety is number one. We want to make sure that everybody in that mission control, as well as on top of that rocket, is ready for flight today. And with that, everybody, we have cleared the hold. We are at T-minus 15 minutes to go. Now 14 minutes and 50 seconds. This is what rocket launches are about. It is really exciting, and I'm just happy to be sharing this moment with you, Jackie.
I am too, and I'm also very happy to see continually smiling faces out of those capsule windows. That is great, great sign for today's flight.
Yes, they are all ready to go, our 4 astronauts. Why don't we take a moment, Jackie, and talk through the flight profile for today's launch?
That'd be great. So as you can see here in the flight profile, the New Shepard will lift off from Launch Site 1 here outside of Van Horn, Texas. Once New Shepard has lifted off, it'll approach that Kármán line, the 100-kilometer internationally recognized line of space. And at that point, our capsule with our crew will separate from that booster, and the capsule will continue on over that Kármán line into space. The capsule at this point full of crew who are unbuckled, floating around and getting their 3 to 4 minutes of microgravity. While they're having a great time, hopefully doing backflips, not forgetting to look out that window, the booster is headed back down to Earth. So those wedge fins at the top of the booster will be the first to deploy on its way back. And then as the booster continues down, we will put out those drag brakes. The booster is coming down hot at this point, very fast. Those drag brakes will significantly slow it down. As we approach the landing pad, that BE-3 engine will relight. It will hover, which we often are asked if that's CGI. It is real, that hover. And then the booster will softly touch down in the West Texas desert. The capsule, meanwhile, on its way back to Earth. The first thing to happen here is those drogue parachutes will deploy, slowing down that capsule, followed by the beautiful big main parachutes. And then just before that soft touchdown, we do fire some retro thrusters. They do kick up a bit of dirt out in West Texas, but that does ensure a very soft touchdown.
He's 90, though, surely not.
Our crew out there.
It really is a soft landing back down here in the West Texas desert. And as a reminder, you know, this is the standard flight profile. We are now in full customer operations, but we have tested this flight profile and embedded it across several flights over the last several years. We had 15 consecutive flights, remember, before we decided to put people on board. We wanted to make sure that we understood not just the vehicle in nominal conditions, but to really push the envelope and stretch the vehicle to make sure that it was a robust vehicle for our customers. And of course, you heard about how we think about safety and development throughout the culture, but also in the operations, manufacturing, et cetera, from Andrew Lake, who joined us on the show a little bit earlier. All right, with that, we are T-minus 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go until launch. Our 4 astronauts are in the capsule, harnessed in. We see Audrey Powers on the left. You can't quite see it, but going clockwise, we have William Shatner, then Chris Bosshausen, and Glenn DeVries in the capsule, all ready to go for launch as we tick down here. Let's take a moment, continue to gaze at our beautiful rocket as she prepares for flight this morning.
Here we are at just about T-minus 10 minutes until launch with our astronauts and especially our customers, Glenn and Chris, on board. There's really no way to fully understand how they're feeling in this moment without being on there. But we do know someone who has experienced this and can share a little bit about that. Our first customer, Oliver Damon, 18 years old, the youngest person ever to go to space. Let's hear it from him.
I can't see no chat.
There was not a single moment in life that I thought I would be the youngest astronaut ever. And to have been given this chance by Blue is so amazing. To meet the other astronauts and see everything is so cool.
We'd like to run this one through at full speed.
We're going up in that tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
I think there was not a single nerve in my body that was like afraid. I think it's because of the track record of Blue. The launch and the power, geez, like you're going up to the sky. And of course weightlessness.
Leave that with me, Lisa, and I'll find out.
Pretty cool. What I've just been through, I've been dreaming about all my life. Let's hope that many, many more people can do this. Because this experience you should share with more and more people. It's so amazing.
Oliver's perspective for someone so young is just amazing. I'm so encouraged by this next generation. I actually did like the part where he said he's been waiting for this his whole life. He's substantially younger than me, so I'm still a little bit jealous of Oliver. We're at T-minus 9 minutes until our second human launch, awaiting the go, no-go poll.
Channel 1 and UHF for the go poll for terminal count and launch. Capsule. Go. Booster. Go. Ground. Go. Safety. Go. Capcom. Go. Engineering. Go. This is the flight director on Channel 1 and UHF voice.
Who are you talking about, Monty? Fucking Squinty Jeff?
Booster commence the terminal count.
Copy flight.
I guess that's it, huh? We're going.
As you heard it, we are go for launch, go for second human flight. I am so excited for this crew. Now, earlier this week, I sat with them to discuss rockets and space and the future. Let's get to know our crew a little bit better.
I wouldn't be surprised
All right, guys,
if fucking...
you're just a couple of little bit.
You are.
I am. I'm excited for you guys.
If they let in the crew all the wealth in it and then just have him killed, mate.
You have
Why
bought
wouldn't
these
they?
tickets to go to space.
And just
Why?
fucking divvy up amongst themselves.
The ticket is for the view. The ticket is to really get that understanding of what it's like to see Earth from that perspective and feel like we're part of this tiny little planet and this little civilization that frankly has a lot of work to do to make Earth work better, to make it more sustainable. And I want to carry that feeling that we're going to get from that view back down with me and hopefully turn that into making the world a better place. And frankly, I think being able to do that is something that can not just be great for those of us who have the privilege of being able to do this now, but will fuel this industry that will allow us to have as many people as possible on the planet.
Well, it looks like a giant fucking bellend.
Everybody benefit from the things that are going to come out of space and space technology.
Yeah, I mean, this is, for me, for personally a lifelong dream, but I realized that, this is space is opening up for everyone. This is the beginning of a new era, right? The first 60 years of space exploration were the domain of governments. You had to be a space superpower to send highly trained astronauts into space. And Glenn and I are just regular citizens flying up. It's amazing that this is happening. I think in about 60 years we'll look back at this year and go, this is the year the doors finally open for the race to go to space.
Fantastic. And Audrey, we both have talked about going to space for such a long time. What do you want to do with this experience?
No.
Well,
Inspire
I
others.
can't wait to get back
sort of
to
Mark
everybody at
Francis
Blue
version,
and have
if
them
you actually
have
want
me
to
with
do it.
questions. The folks who've designed this vehicle and tested this vehicle and just haven't asked me everything they want to know about what it's like when you're up there. And my nieces are coming to watch this, and they're teenagers, young kids now, and they're just absolutely mesmerized by this kind of stuff. My friends' kids are all
Bruv, he's gonna have a Connery, mate. 100%. Look at the fucking size of his derby, mate. He's fucked. Mach 3, Mach 4, I seen it get up to loads last time. He's fucked, mate.
For so many generations.
1,000 meters per second. His belly.
The young people that are going to be watching this
no
launch
chance. The old
and
man's
might want to be
dying.
space explorers one
90
day.
years
Do you have
old.
any
Fuck
words
off.
for them?
Well, seriously, the truth
fucking
of the matter
cyborg.
is this whole Blue Origin thing is based on the idea of building industry above the Earth and taking that pollution out of this planet, out of the immediate planet, and putting it up there. That's got to be the future of the Earth, and the Earth is dependent on that and the youth. So the two work hand in hand, and so it's very important that the young people of today.
Is it actually that bad?
That up there is the future, and
is it that bad?
For the improvement of the earth.
Fabulous. Well, thank you all for coming on this journey with us as Blue Origin, but thank you for inspiring others, and also as we go forward coming out of this, continuing.
We're about to have a look how old he is.
Thanks, guys. Good luck. Godspeed.
Wow, well, some great perspectives from a crew that's clearly more than ready to fly to space today. Well, we are just under T-minus 5 minutes.
No fucking way he's 90, man. Fuck off.
Things are getting really, really, and what I really loved about that video is this crew gets it, right? Every single person on that rocket gets it, how important going to space is, of course, for the ability to have that incredible view and the incredible experience of being in zero G, but also to inspire others. And understanding what the road to space is about, why we're trying to ultimately have
necessarily the case, mate.
In space to make life better back here on Earth.
And a big thing they all talked about that is truly so special is, you know, everyone wants to know how those 3 minutes were in space, but they're excited about what comes after, you know, and I think that's just something really, really special about this crew. Their focus on, like you said, inspiring others after this flight, long after this flight is over.
Exactly. All right, so again, T-minus 3 minutes and
3 minutes, chat.
To go until launch.
3 minutes.
Coming up shortly. So at T-minus 2 minutes, we turn the show over to New Shepard. She's a fully autonomous vehicle, which means that from T-minus 2 minutes through launch up to apogee and back down to landing, the rocket is in control of itself. Of course, we have an incredible team in our Mission Control Center that have their eyes glued on their screens to make sure that everything is going well and is within bounds. But we built the rocket to be autonomous.
He must gobble up babies whole, mate.
We think that while we've got some pretty smart people in that mission control.
Thinking about it, I've just had an epiphany. Myers is a definite nonce case, isn't it? Because that whole thing about eating babies and that, definite wrong one.
Bit checks, the built-in tests. At the base of the rocket, you see 3 of the 4 fins down there. Those are the aft fins. Those are going to move back.
Hopefully not very high at all.
They've got full freedom of movement. Also, what you're going to see at the base of the rocket, you can kind of see, it's a little hard in this image, you're going to see the engine nozzle gimbal. The engine moves back and forth. It also helps with the directional capability of the rocket on ascent, but also especially on descent as it comes in to land on the landing pad just 2 miles north of where it's taken off from. And then, of course, you've seen throughout the morning the rocket venting. It's full of propellant at this point, but we want to make sure that we keep the propellant tanks within bounds, of course, of pressure and temperature. This morning, a little bit easier to do that versus our last flight, which was in the middle of July. It was warmer. It's actually a nice balmy morning here down in West Texas. But again, we've got our team who have their eyes on their computer screens, making sure that everything is within bounds. And there goes the gantry retracting at T-minus 2 minutes. Let's listen in.
Oh, this is very exciting. Literally. On the edge of my seat.
There go the aft fin checks at the base of the rocket. Our astronauts can feel that. They are sitting at the top of a 60-foot rocket, about 20 meters tall. T-minus 1 minute. And there you can just see slightly there the gimbaling engine at the base of the rocket. All right, everybody. Chris Blosshausen, Glenn DeBreeze, Audrey Powers.
I had to download fucking Streamlabs again. I wanted to actually get his face when he was driving in the car. He looks scared at his head, mate. I'm sure you don't want to be there.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
I'm gonna turn it down. That's a lie. They're lying. They're lying. That's CGI. Look at it. That's not real. That's not real. Look at that. Look how quickly it's moving, chat. Look how many feet it's moving. Fake as fuck, Brian says, chat. Full of shit, ain't they? Where's all the clouds? There's no clouds. You can't judge how quickly it's going. Last time I proved it was all fake just by looking how fast it was going past the clouds. It was taking a very long time to go past the clouds. And it's supposed to be moving at like 1,000 miles per hour. Right, yo.
Max Q, this is when the aerodynamic stresses on the vehicle were at their maximum.
It looks so fake, it must be real. I look so thick, I must be clever. I don't know, I suppose it makes sense. Where's Shatner's fucking face when all this is happening? That's what I'm here for, mate. Where's Shatner's face? Fucking hell.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live for New Shepard's second human flight with Audrey Powers, William Shatner, our customers Glenn McGrees and Chris Bosshausen on board. They are well on their way to space. So far, a nominal flight, a clean burn on our Blue Engine 3. New Shepard giving them a beautiful flight to space this morning. The rocket is climbing towards an altitude. We're aiming just over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space of 100 kilometers. That is about 328,000 feet. And a gorgeous view down the rocket. And now we've had main engine cut off. The BE-3 engine has shut off. And in just a moment, we're going to separate the capsule from the booster. And
Go away, Patrick.
Our astronauts will have the opportunity to get out of their harnesses and enjoy the beauties of zero G. Let's wait to listen.
Listen? I want to see. What's this? What's that? What am I looking at here? Sparky bits. What's this? What is this? What are they making up? What's going on there?
And there you can see a clean separation between the capsule and the booster.
I can't see fuck all, mate. What do you mean, you lying cunt? Oh, mate, they think we're stupid.
And there you can see the capsule from the top of the booster.
They think we're fucking stupid, mate.
Their ascent over the Kármán line. You'll know when they hit apogee when the speed hits 0. And there they are, over 328,000 feet, over 100 kilometers. Welcome to space.
Is it?
The newest astronauts on board our crew capsule.
What do you mean it don't show inside? This is all. What do you mean? They showed inside on the other one. On the fucking.
And there they are. They have hit
The Virgin
just
nonce.
about hit their apogee at about 351,000 feet. And while we don't have apogee, I can just imagine Jackie.
Bro, this is a lot quicker than the other one. This is a lot quicker than the Virgin one. This is the first SpaceX one I've watched, but I watched the Virgin one. This is a farce. 100%. 100% it's not real. 100%. But what am I even fucking looking at? Do they think I'm thick? You're in space, are you? No, you're not. I can still see you. How are you in space? I can't be doing that, bro.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us live from West Texas. So far, a nominal flight for our second human crew.
Well, this is a fucking joke, is what this is.
So excited.
I think we're stupid, mate.
To have sent Captain Kirk himself, William Shatner, to space. I cannot wait to hear his commentary upon return, as well as our two customers, Chris Bosshausen from Australia, to all the fans tuning in from down under. A big shout out to you guys, as well as Glenn DeVries and our very own Audrey Powers. They are coming back home. The booster, of course, is going to beat the capsule back home. It is more aerodynamically shaped.
Oh, look at that. Am I fucking 5? Like, I'm supposed to believe that.
What we're going to see coming up shortly is at the top of the rocket, we have the ring fin. There's some what we call the pie fins that extend from the ring fin, as well as the drag brakes. The pie fins, the wedge fins, help stabilize the vehicle, kind of like the feathers at the back of an arrow. And then you will also see the drag brakes. And as you mentioned, Jackie, it cuts the velocity dramatically. There you can see the wedge fins are out.
What I'm saying, bro. PlayStation 1 arse graphics, isn't it, mate? Year 2021, we've got super high definition cameras and that. What's all this about? It's fuck off. Sorry. I tried to mind my language, but really? What is this?
Here we see the descent. We are going to expect the BE-3 engine to relight just about 3,600 feet or about 1,200 meters above ground level. Let's
So I
wait
didn't even get to hear him talking.
And here we come, New Shepard.
Mate, CGI. CGI, I'm sorry. Sorry, look. Look, PlayStation 5 graphics. It went from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 5 graphics in 720p. Like, no joke, that's what that was.
And touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard. The fourth flight to space and back for that vehicle provided a beautiful
You ain't banned Dave Hooter.
for our second human crew. Wow, that gets me every time.
Yeah, proper gets me too. Gets me going.
Is so cool. Drag brakes are folding back in, as have the wedge fins. Just looks like you could fuel her up and go again. What do you think, Jackie?
And even when you know to expect the sonic boom, it still catches you off guard every time.
Talk about a rumble. A beautiful sight of our New Shepard rocket there in the West Texas desert. But of course, the show is not over. The capsule...
Yeah, we got to open up the capsule, mate. Listen, it's complete and utter codswallop, isn't it? They've just been plotted up somewhere in a field, and they're going to call out one that no one got to see land, no one got to see anything. That was a complete waste of time. Sorry, chat.
And then fully inflate, and there go the drogue parachutes.
Oh man, it's so
Here come the
funny.
fans. Oof, what a flight. You can already start to hear the cheers from outside our stage here in West Texas.
Definitely wasn't space. Oh my goodness. Look. Look. They're talking. Turn them up.
And here comes our crew back into the desert.
Newest astronauts,
I can't even
596,
remember.
97, 98, and 99.
That's unlike anything you'll
Oh, yeah.
Stand by touchdown. Stand by touchdown.
And capsule touchdown. Welcome back, the newest astronauts.
Where was the
Audrey
noise where they
Flowers,
hit
William Shatner,
the thing?
Our customers, Glenn DeVries and Chris Boshausen. What a day for you. Welcome back. I cannot wait to talk to them, Jackie, and just get what they experienced.
Oh my God, she's more excited than I am.
From the rocket for our astronauts.
What an absolutely stunning flight. And I also loved hearing that audio of them on their way back about how this experience was for them, and I can't wait to hear their stories.
Well, you heard William Shatner say, this is like
It's
I've
funny,
ever
man.
experienced before.
Funny little
So
man. Yes,
coming from
little
a man
man.
who
That's what I'm
has
saying.
experienced space
Who
for
has
decades.
gone warp speed and
Literally.
traveled the entire intergalactic universe. This was like nothing he's ever seen before.
What a day for our astronauts. So now our team is preparing landing safety operations and recovery of our astronauts from the crew capsule. We'll be on the ground at the landing site to follow the action in just
Whoa,
a
that
bit.
looked like a different
Maybe even
capsule.
talk
That looked
to
like a
the
completely
world's
different
newest
capsule.
Astronauts. Some absolutely, maybe we're preparing
Oh, it's a different camera.
Well, the entire intergalactic some was like nothing he's
even every team show up very shortly because we actually send them out before the capsule has landed, because through our modeling we get by now we're very, very good at analyzing where the capsule is going to come down.
very
Dunno.
precise on that lane.
Exactly
No
where
idea.
the winds are. And so we're going to see the recovery team come out there, and of course they will also be joined by some of their friends and family to watch as they emerge from the capsule. Let's check out these beautiful shots of our 4 astronauts there in the Texas desert after having gone up over the Kármán line and back.
Oh mate, they just been sat there the whole time waiting. Where's the crater where the thing's just landed and all the puffed up smoke? Where is like where is the landing? Where's the fucking sorry to swear. Where's the evidence of the landing? I just see a big cloud of smoke, mate. Where's the evidence of that? Where's the smoke up the thing? There's no smoke up the bell end, sorry to say, and or dust or anything. Is that, bruv?
And here's some
You've just
beautiful
been lied
shots
to.
of
No
our
landing
astronauts
crater. That's what
in
I'm
the
trying to say.
capsule awaiting the
We've
recovery
been lied
team. I
to.
understand
We've been
from
absolutely lied
Capcom
to.
that they have
We've
had
called it.
communications with
We've
those
seen
4
it.
astronauts,
We
and
figured
they
it
have
out.
given the
They're
thumbs up
lying to
that
us,
they are
chat.
doing A-OK after an exhilarating flight to space and back.
Absolutely lying to us,
Awaiting
chat.
that recovery team in that champagne shower, which
Yes.
I'm now regretting that we don't have.
Very clean.
For ourselves, Ariane. That feels very unfair after this show.
Considering it's just been out of the Earth's atmosphere, apparently,
There's
I would
some
suggest
waves
that it should be a
from
bit
our astronauts
dirtier
there.
than that.
There in the foreground, you see the capsule, the background, their ride to space, the New Shepard booster. Again, that booster has flown to space and back 4 times with this flight. And coming to get them is the recovery crew.
Mate, that's the cleanest booster I've ever seen, mate. Hasn't got to be, has it? It just blatantly is, mate. Where's the crater where it just landed? Where's the sooty dirt up the engine, up the vehicle, mate? Where is it, bruv? It's not a conspiracy, mate. It's called the deduction. We deduced using the evidence.
And Jackie, you can see there, again, beautiful shots of the capsule The parachutes actually have fallen pretty close to the capsule itself, meaning that
I've seen a few boosters, mate.
Out there. We talked about this earlier in the show, and of course we had to delay a day because of the gusty winds that have been out there. But no, today has been a beautiful day for a launch and landing of a rocket and launch and landing of 4 new astronauts.
Well, we've just blatantly just figured it out in an instant, mate. We knew the whole time.
Around the world to space, as you mentioned, he's a DJ. So of course we have our new astronauts. We have our Club for the Future postcards that have just returned from space, and of course, you know, some of the personal.
Where's the crater then? Awesome. I see loads of smoke, bruv. Look. Fuck. Sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But I was not born last night.
Yes, the
I'm
scientists,
sorry.
yes, the engineers,
But no.
But now the artists,
No. Absolute codswallop, mate. Absolute lies, smoke and mirrors. Dust and mirrors, mate.
Talked about the overview effect, and I can't wait to see
absolute nonsense.
The stories that come out of and the art that comes out of this. All right, we now have Sarah Knight going around the capsule, getting the thumbs up from each of our astronauts.
I'm sorry, mate. Oh look, we've got a yellow vest. Mate, they look like baddies out of a what's it called film, out of a fucking Mike Myers James Bond piss take film. They legit look like the baddies out of the films, out of the, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say. They look like the baddies out of the sitcoms or the films, the funny ones. Shatner's definitely shat himself, mate. It's all in the name, mate. He shat himself. He hasn't been anywhere. He'd probably shat himself because he was waiting to go to the toilet for the last half an hour. He's been stuck in this.
Thank you again,
Austin
everybody, for
Powers,
joining
that's
us
what I was trying
live
to think
from
of.
West Texas, where we have just completed our second human flight of the New Shepard vehicle, our crew on board. The great William Shatner, now who has become the oldest person to have ever flown to space at the ripe age of 90 years old, our very own Audrey Powers, as well as our 2 customers, Glenn DeVries and Chris Bosshausen. Our recovery crew is out there and is about to open the hatch. There is our founder, Jeff Bezos.
Look at the fake news.
Thumbs up.
That went nowhere. Look at it. Brother, it's just been travelling. You're telling me that bell end has been on the top of the phallic thing, yeah? It's been travelling at over 1,000 miles per hour, and there's no sort of residual heat sort of impressions of any sort. Like, what's the actual heck, man? Honestly, this is bruv, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out this is all a lie, bruv. You don't have to, mate. Honest. This is not honest. No, Gordon Redding. They haven't even done that, my friend. They haven't even gone through the bother of doing that, mate. They planted that in the middle of the desert and then done some CGI stuff and then cut back to this, mate. Like, I'm not the greatest of editors. Fuck me, that weren't clever. Some drone footage.
Again, thank you everybody for joining us live from West Texas at our launch site 1. Our second human space flight crew has gone to space and back up over the Kármán line, just over 351,000 feet.
Worst type of liars, mate.
Who is now opening the hatch.
Oh shit, we got more likes than the Telegram one, no, the independent one. Thanks for that, chat. Alright, yeah, look, fakest stuff, mate. Fakest stuff you've ever seen. I've been saying this, Carly, mate. I've been saying this. Where's the indentation? Ooh! Ooh! Liars! Liars!
There's Audrey Powers.
Ooh! Liars! Look at Shatner! The old twat. Liar!
Himself, the great William
Look at him!
Shatner.
He's a liar. Yeah, you shut up as well, you liar.
Our customer, Chris Bosshausen, the first full
Right.
Australian citizen
Basically,
to go to
I
space
thought there
and
was a
back.
chance
And Glenn DeVries.
that Shatner was going to be like some sort of sacrificial ritual. Jim had a moment where his judgment went and he thought space might have been a real thing. I'm actually chatting shit. Obviously, space ain't a real thing. We live in a computer, I understand that. But my point is, there may have been a little bit of me that was hoping it was a sacrificial ritual and that they would sacrifice the old 90-year-old baby eater. But hey ho, always next time, chat.
You know what the impression I had that I never expected to have is
Makes me think he proper played me, like he was looking proper scared and that. It makes me think he knew he was going nowhere. He was acting scared. He was actually acting scared. Look at him, waster. He's just wasting stuff. Just because he's got plenty. And then he dashes it on the floor. Mate, someone hits him over the head with it.
The champagne showers have begun.
Mate.
Smiles all around. Really
Anyway.
They're taking in the moment clearly.
what you have done. Everybody in the world needs to do this. Everybody in the world needs to see the it was unbelievable. I mean, you know, the little things of weightlessness. But to see the blue color go whoop by, and now you're staring into blackness. That's the thing.
You're chatting the most.
Blue,
Listen to him.
This sheet, this blanket, this comforter of blue that we have around. We think, oh, that's blue sky. And then suddenly you shoot through it all of a sudden, as though you whip off a sheet off you when you're asleep. And you're looking into blackness, into black ugliness. And you look down, there's the blue down there, and the black up there, and it's just, there is Mother and Earth and comfort, and is there death? I don't know. Is that death? Is that the way death is? Whoop, and it's gone. Jeez.
What am I listening to?
It was so moving to me. This experience has been something unbelievable. You see, yeah, you know, weightless, my stomach went up, and God, this is so weird. But not as weird as the covering of blue. This is what I never expected.
I want to know about your belly, mate, staying on Earth when you was going at a million miles an hour.
True. But what isn't true, what is
You're not true, you're lying.
Is there's this pillow, there's this soft blue. Look at the beauty of that color. And it's so thin. And you're through it in an instant. It's what I'll think is it. Is it a mile? 2 miles?
It depends on how you measure, because it thins out like maybe 50 miles.
But you're going 2,000 miles an hour. So you're through 50 miles, whatever the mathematics
Fast.
is.
Yeah,
really, you know, it's like a beat and a beat, and suddenly you're through the blue.
I'm going to take this time to just tell everyone. I'm actually going to premiere a video right now, if you don't mind. If you want to go and watch it, I'd appreciate it, because these videos don't actually do that well. But, yeah. So you want to watch that, I'm going to turn the live off. Appreciate it. Yeah? See you later. I've got to turn the live off. How do I turn the live off? Ah, look at all the chat. How do I turn it off? Why is it not working?